Hmm. Hello guys, si Kesan Velasco ulit ito at welcome sa episode 8 ng laruta ng Shadowrun Hong Kong Extended Edition. So, tuloy natin yung game natin. So, yung huling episode, nakarating na tayo sa, napasok na natin yung bago nating hideout. Bale, yung safe house. Yung kumbaga safe house natin pero barko pala siya. So, load. Makipagtsikahan muna tayo sa sa crew natin. Kasi kagaya doon sa Dragonfall, pag kinausap yung crew natin, may ma-unlock tayong mga hidden na run. Importante 'yan para makuha natin yung yung final skills nila. Hey, it's hard to shake off the walled city. Its great gravity clings to you as if wretchedness itself had grown tentacles. The sounds of suffering subside, but their echoes still churn inside you. Kasi pinalitan inulit ko yung episode, imbes na si Isobel si Gobet na. Walks slowly, head down and both hands on her stomach, whispering a conversation to someone or something that only she can see. Her rats are silent and remain hidden in her clothing. Wu pauses a moment and breathes sigh of relief when you finally reach the streets. But returning to Heyo isn't like coming home. Pwede na. Coming home. Coming home. Suspicious looks and closed mouths accent unfamiliar phrases that billboard a universal message. You don't belong here. Time to report back to kindly Chang and inform her that the message has been delivered. Get this business over with. Get your sin burned. Get on to the next step, whatever that is. You leave the city of darkness behind. Head to the Mahjong parlor and a date with a crime lord. Actually, tapos na natin yan. So, to. May 6 karma ako pero wala naman paglalagyan eh. Actually, man, pinaghihintay ko pa eh. 9. Saan natin lalagay? Body, wala nang gagawin dyan. Quickness. Itong dalawa. Para maging 3. Tapos, strength. Kung 10 sana eh. Teka. Intelligence ito. Sige, will. Wala pa. So, yun nga. So, kunin ko na muna itong biotech number 3. Tapos ano isa? Quickness. Okay. Ito paano? Yung unarmed kailangan ko rin i-before. So mag-ikon ako ulit. Okay. Ay, mali yata yung niload ko. Teka. Ito. Mali nga niload ko. Gawa ko na yan eh. Kakausapin na lang natin sila eh. Ano ba yan? Hey, a shifting amalgam of old boats, tar-stained docks, and repurposed warehouses, all lashed and bolted together into a unified whole. It's the last it's the last bastion of civilization before descending into the hellish tenement of Kowloon Walled City, and the closest thing that you have to a home. Its neon lights and Strobing holo signs are a welcome sight. Mali pala yung niload ko. Okay to. So, dito kakausapin ko na lang 'tong mga ano eh. May 2 points pa ako. Check ko lang. Ito, strength ko 4. So, dodge ang hinahabol ko na lang dito, tsaka biotech. So, kung makuha pa ako isang point, dito muna sa dodge. So, yun nga, plano. Kausapin muna natin lahat ng yung mga teammates natin. Simulan natin kay Duncan. You're back. Need something else? I want to talk about Raymond. Let's talk about being Shadowrunners. Let's talk later. Sige, let's talk about being Shadowrunners. What's there to say? I worked my ass off to pull myself out of the gutter and make something of my life. I did what it took to earn my bronze, and now I'm a mercenary hiding in the shadows as a shadows of a foreign country, doing dirty jobs that the corps need to keep off the books. It's the reverse of everything I ever wanted. You seem to be taking to it pretty damn well, so let me ask you something. Okay, so ano yung tanong mo? You said you thought that Raymond was alive too. That we'd run in the shadows until we could figure out what happened to him. Was that true? Yes, for me, this is all about finding out what really happened to Raymond. No, that's just what I told kindly. Ito, tama, yung unang option. Woo nuts, clearly satisfied. Good that we're on the same page. I feel better knowing that. I want to talk about Raymond. What's your opinion of kindly Cheng? Totoo na. I want to talk about Raymond. Okay, shoot. What do you think's going on with him? Why do you think he came to Hong Kong? Did he say anything about me after I left? Sige, ito muna, importante to eh. You know Raymond, asked Anhar. He taught us what he wanted to teach us, told us what he wanted us to know. Everything else was met with a wall of good-natured silence. He used to say, "You are the master of the unspoken word, Mr. Wu. Once it is out of your mouth, it is out of your control." So no, after you left, he never said a word about you. Not a word. What do you think is going on with him? I don't know, asked Levanhar. He was clearly obsessed with the world sea and whatever prosperity is. He sounds like a sleepwalker trying to stumble his way through a dream or something. A sleepwalker who hires Shadowrunners. Whatever he was doing, he knew it would be dangerous. From Triad bosses. Lang. Raymond was smart as hell. If he thought he needed runners to take him into that place, he needed them. Why do you think he came to Hong Kong? Sige, yun na yung question eh. Huwag na yung let's talk about something mamaya. Well, he's from here, right? It sounds like he had unfinished business that he needed to take care of before. You think he's dying? Maybe. I don't know. Ikaw mas nakasama niya eh, so dapat ikaw may alam. Yeah, me either. Just something to think about. Okay, let's talk about something else. Sure, ask away. What's your opinion of kindly Cheng? Wala nga rin siyang alam eh, dahil nga, tayo na lang ang leader eh. I'd say she's got us right where she wants us. Right under her thumb. What do you want to talk about specifically? What do you think she wants from us? Do you think we can trust her? Ako nga yung magsasabi kung mapagkakatiwalaan siya, hindi eh. What about this plastic-faced man? We should keep an eye on Strangler Bao. So, what about this plastic-faced man? Creepy dudes are nothing new to me. Even well-dressed, creepy corporate dudes. Between the gangsters we grew up with and the shit that I've run into as a cop, I've seen all kinds. I just want to know who he is and what he and who he works for. Why do you think she wants from us? You think we can trust her? We should keep an eye on Strangler Bao. We should keep an eye on everybody, and that guy is definitely no exception. I've seen plenty of cold killers in the Barrens, And plenty more since I joined Lone Star. This guy's the real deal. I'm not sure if he knows what the word remorse even means. You should steer clear of him. I'll be careful. Screw that guy. Don't tell me how to live. Uh, Screw that guy na lang. I'm just trying to watch your back since you don't appear to be doing a very good job of it. What do you think she wants from us? You think we can trust her? Ito naman na. As long as her network keeps delivering information about Raymond, I don't care. At least for now. We need to stay with her. We have no other connections in Hong Kong. Without her, we're dead in the water. You think we can... a triad boss and underground fixer. No, I don't think we can trust her. But as long as we all share the same goals, we should be okay. I wish that I had your confidence. Like, ako nga nag-decide kanina tapos ganun. Makes sense as long as we serve her interests. She doesn't have a reason to screw us over. That woman is a snake. I don't trust a word that comes out of her mouth. Ito na lang. Exactly, it's simple. She provides jobs, we do jobs. She gets info about Raymond and that plastic-faced man, and we figure out what the hell is going on. What the hell is going on? We figure out what's going on. She doesn't end up in the trunk of a car at the bottom of the river. Everybody wins. Okay. Wala na pag-usapan eh. Okay. Here if you want. Let's talk about Gabet and Isabel. They seem competent considering how young they are. But then again, they sound like they've been taking care of themselves since they were pretty young. The three of us worked together well in the walled city. Based on that, I'd bet the four of us would make a solid crew. Do you trust them though? As far as I trust any runner, yeah, it's like Raymond used to say, trust and verify. They haven't given me a reason not to trust them. So until they do, I'll believe what they say and keep my eyes open. Okay, let's talk later. Okay, later's good. I wanna do some cardio work off. I'd like to do some cardio, work up some steam. Then it's rack time for me. You should do the same, Azulev and Har. A couple hundred push-ups would do you good. I don't think so, Duncan. But hey, knock yourself out, please. I could bust out to 100 in my sleep. Thanks for the offer, but I think I'll go have a drink instead. Ito na lang. He shrugs. You're lost. Talk to you later. Okay, hanapin natin yung dalawa. Teka, save ko muna. Progress din yun kahit papaano eh. Sino to? Sige, Isabel. Siya muna. Isabel's cabin is an exercise in controlled chaos. Her living space is utterly dominated by an enormous jury-rigged computer. Serpentine cables snake from component to component, tying dozens of obsolete terminals and cyberdecks together into a single colossal machine. This is my personal machine. If you're looking for your mission computer, it's downstairs. She doesn't bother looking up. You can see that she's elbow deep in the guts of an obsolete cyberdeck. One of a half dozen that have been wired into her computer with braided cables. Actually, I was hoping to talk to you. Got a second? Yeah, I've seen it. I like this better. I'll go to it then. Thanks. Okay. There is a long pause. Then she chirps out a response. We're talking now, aren't we? I guess so. Can I ask you a few questions? You wanna crawl out of that computer and talk to me face to face? You must be pretty absorbed by what you're doing, huh? So ito na lang muna para medyo respectful. Yeah, sorry, this is a delicate process, and you're interrupting me in the middle of it. We can talk, but you're gonna have to be okay with me doing this at the same time. Meron naman talaga mga ganun eh. Let me ask you a few questions then. Should I come back another time? Okay, let me ask you a few questions then. She leans in, scrutinizing the innards of the obsolete deck. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you. Have you been having weird dreams recently? That's quite a machine you're working on. Care to tell me about it? I'd like to get to know you better. Tell me something about yourself. Any thoughts about that last run? Sige. That's quite a machine. Ito muna, hindi pwedeng direkta eh. She's my pet project. I call her the octopus. He waves a hand at the tangle of thick power cables that radiate out from the machine's central core. You might be able to guess why. Did you do all of this yourself? Impressive work. How well does it perform? Could you build me one? Impressive work. How well does it perform? She's a monster. She yanks a fried chip from the deck's motherboard and neatly sets it aside, then fumbles in a nearby bin for a replacement. An absolute beast. What is this thing what is this thing made of? Why bother building your own machine? Don't you earn enough to buy something new? Pangit yung tanong na yun eh, so to una. What is this thing made of? Whatever I could find. Busted terminals, obsolete cyber decks, aftermarket memory from maximum loss dumpster. Scavengers would kill for this stuff in the walled city, but out here, people throw it away. Siguro meron siyang Pentium 2 sa loob. Tsaka 386. She chuckles to herself as she eases a card into an empty expansion slot. Most deckers are early adapters. They buy whatever's newest, shell out huge amount of nuyen in the hopes of finding the in hopes of riding the bleeding edge. Stupid. Why? It's an arms race. Deckers do what they have to do. Ano siya? Medyo frugal siya, so dapat yung tono ko sa kanya medyo sympathetic. Why? Because I can have five of last year's model for a quarter of the price of that whiz new cyber deck. And after I've finished daisy chaining them together, the machine that I've built will run circles around your hot new deck. Hindi rin. Masabi nating ano, for example, yung technology ngayon, yung kagaya ng system ko ngayon, naka i5 6500 ako. Mag daisy chain ako ng tatlo nun, wala ring effect yun eh. Kasi yung ano niya, core niya 4 lang eh. Eh kung kukuha ko ng ano Ryzen 5 3500, mas malakas na yun, sobra pa. Hindi rin, mali yung pananaw mo. Yeah, and you'll need a flatbed truck to carry it. Makes sense to me. Can you teach me how to do that? Kailangan makasundo ko siya, so kahit na medyo yung idea niya, kailangan kapyan ko siya. Makes sense to me. Good, that's a good sign. Shows that you're thinking clearly. Frowning, she yanks a stick of memory from the old deck. So, was there something else that you needed? Have you been having weird dreams recently? What about your portable gear? Your cyber deck, software, that kind of thing. Can we talk about the ambush at Victoria Harbor? I'd rather not. I lost friends there. Okay. Dakan and I didn't come out of the attack unscathed either. They shot Carter down. Same as your friends. You didn't seem too torn up about it at the time. Sige, ito na lang. Ayoko yung sorry ganun eh. I was not showing a lot of emotions. That doesn't mean that I was. I may not show a lot of emotions. That doesn't mean that I don't have any. She returns her attention to the octopus, turning her back on you. Have you been having weird dreams? What about your portable gear? I'd like to get to know you better. Huwag naman yan. You don't like talking about things other than your computer very much, do you? Any thoughts about that last run? Uh, Ito muna. Any thoughts? Ilayo muna natin. I wasn't there, remember? Hindi. Doon sa unang attempt ko, nandun siya. Pero dito kasi, kinuha ko si Gobet eh. Inulit ko eh. I wasn't there, remember? So for me, it was pretty much like any other night. I spent the evening tooling around on the octopus. Anything else you wanted to know? Ito muna. What about your portable gear, your cyber deck, software, that kind of thing? It gets the job done. Might not be top of the line, but I'm comfortable using it in the field. If you should happen to come across any more advanced hardware or software, either on the job or on the discount rack at Lost Techno Palace, I'm not above taking donations. But barring that, I'm fine with using what I've got. Your call. Wag na muna to, medyo personal eh. Wag na muna. I've got to go, Isabel. Medyo personal eh. First time natin siya kinausap eh. Sure, drop by anytime. Okay, save natin. Medyo na irita siya sa atin in a way eh. Save. Okay, hanapin natin si Gab. Ito, wala. Siya kasama ko doon sa retry ko eh. Gabet's nest is pretty much what you'd expect. Piles of clothes on the ground, an overflowing garbage bin, surrounded by stacks of instant noodle packets, towers of tinned oysters, avant-garde posters haphazardly thumbtacked to the walls, overlapping in some places and peeling in others. It feels a lot like an art school dorm room. Rat shaman kasi siya eh, so ganun yung lifestyle niya. Gabet reclines in a corner, cradling a bowl of soup in her hands. At her feet, a cast iron pot simmers away on an electric hot plate. The contents are typical Hong Kong comfort food: chicken-style soya broth, elbow macaroni, tinned ham, and a heaping scoop of egg-flavored mycoprotein. As you wind your way through the piles of dirty laundry, Gabet slowly lifts her head from her bowl to acknowledge you. Hey, Seattle. She chews on the words along with a mouthful of cheap pasta. A corner of her mouth curls up into a half smile. How's tricks? They'd be a lot better if you'd stop calling me Seattle. Can't you come up with something better than that? My entire life just got erased and the cops want me dead. I'm doing great. You? Things have been better. Things have been worse. Ito na lang. That's the attitude. Very stoic, very strong. It's downright inspiring. She skims an oily slab of faux ham off the top of her soup and pops it into her mouth. Now, you wanna tell me what you're doing in my bedroom? I'm assuming you're not here to admire the view. How did you decide on the name Gabet anyway? Have you had any nightmares recently? Ayoko itanong yan. If you're up to talking about it, I wanted to go over the ambush back on the docks with you. Ito muna. How did you decide on the name Gabet anyway? I didn't. She pops a noodle into her mouth and chews. My mom did. Talaga pangalan niya? So Gabet is your given name? Your mother named you after a wad of meat? You aren't using a street name? Isn't that dangerous for a Shadowrunner? It's a nice name. Your mom has good taste. Ito na lang muna. Nah, not really. I'm sinless. There's no electronic record of a girl named Gabet even existing. The only thing that could really threaten me would be, oh, say, the HKPF Hong Kong Police Force attaching an APB to whatever file they do have on me. That would be terrifying. Yeah, sorry about that. Glad to see that you're keeping a sense of humor about it. Yeah, well, if you can't laugh about this, what can you laugh about? Wag naman na yung nightmare. Any thoughts about the last run? Kasi siya kasama ko eh. Don't remind me. That place is every bit as foul and screwed up as I remember it. Gabat shudders, wrapping her arms tightly across her body. If you ever want to drag me back there, you'd better have a damn good reason for it. Pera? I have to say I'm impressed with how you handled the run. None of the Yellow Lotus soldiers died, and Kylie is not the kind of person to forget little details like that. Getting on her bad side is a great way to get a fast ride into an early grave, so it's good you stepped lightly on this one. So what else did you want to chat about? Wag lang muna yung sa dream. Ito na. If you're up to talking about it, I wanted to go over the ambush back on the docks with you. Yeah, she nods slowly, frowning. Yeah, I figured you would. That was a hell of a thing, right? You could say that. I'd go a little further than that. It was a clusterfuck of epic proportions. I've been through worse. Sige, ito na lang. It was fucking awful. Nightjar and Gunshot were two of the strongest men I've ever known. Quality Shadowrunners, both of them. I've watched those two fight through situations that kill anyone and come out on top. And now, and how do they go out? She mimes holding a rifle, makes a show of peering down the scope. Bang! Bang! Dead! Dead! No blaze of glory. No final speech. Just extinguished. Smashed like bugs. They went they went quick and clean. We should all be so we should all be so lucky. We would have gone the same way if you hadn't gotten us out of there. They knew the risks when they decided to run the shadows. It's an occupational hazard. Ito na. Kailangan natin sa good side niya eh. She absent-mindedly raises her bowl to her shoulder. A rat crawls over the slope of her back and lowers its head to lap at the broth. It was more rat than me. She's the one who grabbed me by the gut and led us to that sewer entrance. All that I did was follow. Wag ng dream. I'd like to learn more about Rat. What kind of totem is she? She slurps thoughtfully at her soup. A clever one. She's gotten me out of more trouble than I care to mention. Gotten me into a fair amount of it too. But I can always count on her to lead me out of hot water when I need her to. I can feel it in my belly, sort of a tugging sensation. I've long since learned to follow it. Buti ka, ganyan ka. Yung rat shaman sa kwento ni Jake Armitage, pasaway eh. I can feel it in my belly, sort of a tugging sensation. I've long since learned to follow it. I wasn't aware that totems took such direct control of their shamans. Usually they don't. Me and Rat, we have a sort of a special bond. She takes care of me, and I've always done my best to take care of her. Another pair of beady eyes blinks up at you from Gabet's hip. A second rat scurries up her shoulder to join the first, and to pamper her earthly children like these two. Meet Madness and Folly. Yun ang mga pangalan niya. Hey, interesting choice of name. Are they just normal rats then? I thought they might have been spirits or something. So ito muna, interesting choice of names. I like the way they sound. Madness and Folly. It has a nice ring to it, right? She brushes her fingers across the white rat's mottled coat. My girls reminded me. My girls reminded me. Eh? My girls reminded me not to take myself too seriously. I wouldn't trust Folly though. She bites. Have you had any nightmare? Do you always let your rats drink out of your bowl? How did you come across Madness and Folly? Ito muna, sige. Ano natin? Medyo natuwa siya sa atin eh. She raises an eyebrow. I looked outside. I mean, the rats. Hong Kong isn't experiencing a rodent shortage or anything. So you just pick them up off of the street? Yep. Think of them as rescue vermin. You could probably do the same if you wanted to. It's easy. Just walk into an alleyway in Kowloon after sundown and stick your hand in the first dumpster or storm drain that you come across. Keep fishing around until you touch fur. Ganon. That sounds like a really bad idea. I might just have to try that. Sige nga, ano natin yung ano niya. You probably shouldn't. She continues to brush Folly's coat. The creature chirps happily at her touch. Odds are about 50-50 that you'd get your hand chewed off. I'd probably feel bad about that. Okay. Wag na sa dream. You seem pretty comfortable with all of this. Been running the shadows for a while? Wag na muna yung sa bowl. Medyo ano yan eh. Oo nga, medyo delikado ginagawa niya pero wag na lang. Wag natin sabihin. She dips her chin. A long time. Started when I was just a kid. You're still a kid now, Gabat. What are you, 19? Yeah, I gather you've seen a lot of action then. It's amazing you lived this long. Sige. She rolls her shoulders, shrugs. Been lucky, I guess. Course, the odds of you surviving as long as I have are pretty low. You don't even have anyone to show you the ropes. You're pretty new at this. You and Duncan, both, it shows. She takes a moment to study you. Slowly, her mouth tilts into a smirk. What you need is a wizened mentor. An experienced runner from whose experience you can benefit. I'm thinking that might as well be me. You aren't wizened, Gabbett. Back in Seattle, you couldn't even order a drink without a fake ID. Sure, why not? Why not? I could use the advice. And I don't see Isabel volunteering for the job anytime soon. Actually, dapat nga si Isabel kasundo ko dahil nga ano ko eh, decker din ako eh. Pero sige. You're in? Good. Starting the next time you visit, I'm gonna teach you all about being a Shadowrunner. He smiles. She stifles a yawn. You're gonna benefit from my bountiful experience. Wait and see. I'll be looking forward to it. Whatever you say, lucky me, medyo sarcastic tong dalawa eh. I'll be looking forward to it. Gabbett stretches, stifles a yawn. Her rats scurry from her shoulders down to her hips. She taps the simmering pot on the floor with her boot. The soup inside has reduced down into a thick, viscous gravy. You know, Seattle, this has been a nice chat and all, but it's getting late, and I still have the rest of a hot pot to power through. So without wanting this to get awkward, she glances towards the door. I could help you with that if you wanted. Say no more, I'll get out of your hair. Take it easy, Gabbett. Oh, come on, we were just getting started. Ito na lang. Hindi natin, kailangan makasundo natin sila pareho eh. Di pwedeng, basta tayo. Baba. Check ko lang yung time. Okay, may 11 minutes pa. So, save ko naman na dito tapos tuloy natin. Teka. Kwarto ni Duncan. Ito sa atin. Palabas. Alright, hatch. Mamaya na yung mission computer. Ay, actually, may gagawin pala ako importante doon. So, teka. Your workstation and mission computer. The cool blue tones of the workstation's main menu fill the screen. So, naka Windows 10 or 11. A blinking message in the upper right corner notifies you that you have 6 unread messages. Check your inbox for new messages. Old messages. Meron ba? Wala. Okay, check your inbox for new messages. You have 600 messages. You have mail! Welcome to Heyoy. From Kindly Cheng to Tank. Subject, welcome to Heyoy. Tank. On behalf of your friends at the Heyoy Chamber of Commerce and the Swift Winds Mahjong Parlor, I welcome you to the community of Heyoy and to our new business venture. I have already lined up 3 jobs for you, the details of which are contained in a separate computer message. Remember to check your messages often, as I will update you with new opportunities as they occur. On TC. Ito mo na. Your mission computer. From Isabel to Tank. Subject, your mission computer. Hey Tank, I've set up your mission computer to automatically collect and collate news reports, information, and media that might be of interest to you. Some of the keywords I've got it trolling for are things like Raymond, Duncan, World City, etc. I've also patched in a permanent link up to the Hong Kong shard of the Shadowlands BBS. It's a great place to connect with other runners, sell pay data, get news from the street, and so on. Don't be shy. Don't be shy about taking a look. Isabel. Okay, resources. From Bao Xianjun to Tank. Subject, resources. I have been instructed to inform you of the various suppliers present in Heyoy. Auntie Cheng has cultivated a commercial district of well-stocked and trustworthy vendors. Whoever you choose to do business with, you'll be in good hands. Emin Cafe at Crab 88 is an excellent resource for acquiring additional weapons, should you require any. If you are in need of magical supplies, go to the Parlor of 5 Faces. If you desire training in the path of the adept, seek out Spider Shen. She can help you as well as supply you with any close quarters weapons that you might desire. Dapat nga unarmed ako eh. Chrome Alley can supply you with cybernetic enhancements and medical supplies. The proprietor, then-armed Ambrose, is a cyber surgeon of some repute. Lost Techno Palace is a Wampoan-run supplier of the local teching community. The place is hard to miss. Just look for a sign glowing in the sky. If you need drones, reliable Matthews Robot Bazaar is your best bet. And I pity you. Best of luck in the shadows. As fresh meat, you are likely to need it. Strangler Bow. Okay Okay na mga gangsters to mababait Serial killer. From Kindly Cheng to Tank. Subject, serial killer. I've got a problem, Tank, and you're going to help me solve it. I do a lot of business with the Wampoans. If you're not familiar with the term, I forgive you. You are an outsider after all. The Wampoans are a tribe of techno fetishists and deckers who've taken up residence in the Wampoa in the Whampoa Garden area of Hong Kong. They make and trade high-tech goods to people from all over the world. A lot of Nuyen passes through their pesky little fingers, and I make a lot of money brokering deals between them and the smugglers here in Hayoy. I've hit a snag though. The Whampoan elders, their council of leaders, are being eliminated by a serial killer. They've asked me to dispatch someone to get to the bottom of it and stop the killings, and they're not taking their goods through my turf until I do. So you're going to be my proxy, dear. I don't care how you do it, but I need those murders stopped. Okay, yeah. The Wampawans have delegated here in... The Wampawans have delegate... Dapat have a... The Wampawans have a delegate here in Hayoy by the name of Maximum Law. Speak with him if you wish to know about Whampoa. He's got a big mouth, but he knows very little of importance. Don't expect much from that half-empty bottle of vinegar. You get your ass down to Whampoa Gardens and talk to the elders. Lie? Elders, lie, cheat, and steal if you have to, so long as they've convinced that there won't be any more murders. I want my cat back, and I want it soon. Wag na muna. Wag muna. Artifact liberation. Check ko lang in time. Malapit na. Basahin ko na lang itong mga messages tapos end na natin. From Kindly Cheng to Tank. Subject, forward, Artifact Liberation. Welcome to the Shadows, Tank. I've received a request from an archaeologist named Mr. Drake. Drake? Wag mo sabihing buhay pa si Drake dito. Samantalang, dinispatcha na natin siya doon sa kwento ni sa story ni... O nangyari to alongside nun. Sa story ni Jake. He's interested in liberating certain artifacts from beneath a manor house located in Taipo. I've attached a copy of the video message that he sent me. Wag mo sabihin talaga ayan yung itsura ni Mr. Drake. The screen flickers a few times and the email is replaced with the face of a stern-looking orc. Ay, orc eh. Dragon King yung alam nating Drake. Hello, Madam Cheng. I've heard that you're a woman who knows how to get things done, especially with regards to things that aren't legal in the strictest sense. That's exactly the kind of help I'm looking for. Recently, a rich investor by the name of Lu Hua decided to expand his manor house on the outskirts of Taipo. Too much money, not enough space for fancy parties. He hit snag with local government officials. However, they suspected the land his estate was built on may have pre-modern archaeological artifacts buried beneath it, all of them dating from the Song dynasty. Ano ba? Historical pa yung lugar. Consequently, I was contracted as an archaeologist to oversee the excavations and ensure everything was properly recorded and catalogued. Sure enough, we were only a few days into the excavation when we discovered a series of tombs lying beneath the site. The scope of the tombs was far beyond anything Liu or I had expected. Several acres of catacombs at least, and untouched relics throughout. What's more, they're certainly older than the Song dynasty. They may even be from the previous cycle of magic. Before I could make my report to the Free Enterprise Zone authorities, however, Liu called in his allies in Tantian Incorporated. Liu sold the entire site to Tantian, who then leased back to him, because Tantian is considered to have extraterritoriality in Hong Kong. Local authorities were powerless to stop Liu from looting the tombs. He immediately began building a museum, if you can call it that, atop the site. He had the gall to call his museum the Emperor's Tomb. Can you believe that? The odds of there being an actual emperor buried there are basically nil. But he doesn't care. Anything to sell a few tickets. Liu has continued his excavation using Tantian's contractors to expand the dig, but he didn't know is that I bugged his comlink before he fired me. Based on what I've heard, something strange is going on in the lower levels. Workers have been disappearing only to be found dead several days later. Whatever is down there is too dangerous to be left in loose hands. Timer na, so teka lang, tapusin ko lang to, tapos end na natin yung episode, teka. So merong may ano yun? May Chinese zombie, ano ba tawag doon? Ano ba yung tawag doon? Ano yun? May Kiangshi. May Kiangshi sa loob. You must have found my data line tap, though. Liu must have found my data line tap, though I stopped receiving any information 3 days ago. The last thing I heard him talking about were a pair of ancient texts that workers had discovered. Then he issued an order that further excavation should be halted until he can secure the subterranean area. I'm betting those texts are the clue of whatever's killing the workers. I have quite a bit of experience with these kinds of dangerous excavations, but an operation of this scale is beyond me. I need a team that's tough enough to get in and survive, aren't afraid of making a mess, and who can get out with the books and whatever else she can carry. Whatever else they can carry. I have quite a bit of beyond the two texts. I'm willing to pay very well for whatever all other artifacts your team can liberate. The more valuable, the better. Don't worry, they'll be going to actual museums, not some rich playboy's mansion. I've got a second program in place that'll suppress Liu's security system. The team will have to be careful, though. There are only so many alarms I can suppress. Go beyond that number and I'll scrub the mission. Crap. Security mission. I've included a catalog of likely items to help the team appraise the most valuable ones. They don't need to be subtle. In fact, I'd prefer they make it look like a common robbery. Tell them to smash and grab what they can. Let me know when you find a suitable group of Shadowrunners. There you have it. A nice simple robbery. Do you think you can handle something that basic, dear? I have faith in you. Let me know when you're ready to proceed. I'll contact Mr. Drake when you're on your way. Wag na muna. Go back. Yung last email, basahin na lang natin next episode kasi time na eh. Walk away muna. Save natin yung episode. Okay, tapos end episode. Okay guys, Kesan Velosa signing off. Next episode nila ulit.